Carlos, congratulations. It isn't yet time to celebrate, but the quality of the team performance today must surely have made your heart sing a bit.
I think the team today to achieve these 3 points was working really hard and really well. And I think in defense we were very concentrated to stop them because we know how difficult it will be to come here away with to play against one team with very good players and with the feeling that they had to win that game. But I think the strong mentality of our players, from the keeper until the striker, was massive and helped the team to achieve a deserved winning today.
As usual, we analysed your selection, we over-analysed it. We perhaps decided amongst ourselves that you were playing a careful game today to avoid defeat and maybe hit Middlesbrough on the break.
No, we play with one team to try to win the game. And to win the game, we understand what we line of fight we could cover or defense better. And the defender that we have today in better condition for me was Turton. That's why Turton was playing as a central back with Tomlinson and with Sarah. So it's just understand what is the need of the game, but every time we go to the football pitch, we go to win the games. You can win the games trying to dominate the ball and attacking, but we don't think that today was the day. Today the key for me to can take something positive here was to defend really well, use our some moments to attack, and especially the counter-attacks that can give us chances. That for me today we have many chances in the counter-attacks. And of course, the set piece situation after these counter-attacks that can make another important point for the team too.
Your team gave an impression of being powerful, being difficult to play against today, Carlos, which is something surely you're going to need at this stage of the season.
Every single game you need to create that feeling. In some moments we didn't create the same feeling because we didn't, in some games of the season, we didn't manage enough well. But I think it's always important to grow as a team, to keep working, to keep improving our mentality. But I'm watching today the team playing the game with very good, strong mentality, very good character, and knowing exactly and understanding exactly the needs of the game.
2 matches ago, we talked about the need for a player like Naby Sarr to be patient and come in and make his contribution when required to do so. Today we've seen another version of that, Carlos, with Jordan Rhodes, who defended with the defence and then took a wonderful chance to seal the victory.
I think the contribution today of Rhodes was massive. I didn't see any bad performance of the team, but it's true that when the opportunity arrived for Rhodes to be in the first 11, he was showing that he was ready to help the team, and this is a very important point.
Perhaps the only difficult moment for the team today was Sorba Thomas's injury, which continued for a while before half-time, and then you didn't introduce him for the second half. Tell us about the injury and how concerned you are about it.
We don't know yet. I need to be waiting, but the medical advice today was to leave him because he couldn't keep performing in the second half. He couldn't keep playing. So at the moment we did the change with one player with a similar profile, like Coroma, because we were thinking that we needed to play with fast players on the sides to come counter-attack today.
And how are you going to spend the rest of the afternoon now? Are you going to be watching other results and nervously looking at the consequences for your team? Or do you relax after a busy Easter?
Very relaxed, because it's true that we didn't have many time to prepare that game between the QPR and today. We spent a lot of time to try to work in detail, in the details of the game. So it means that now is the moment to relax a little bit, because we know that from tomorrow we have another game that is moved to play before two other teams. So we know that we only have 3 days between the games, and when you have this period of time, you cannot relax too much. So we will use the comeback, the travel to come back home to take a little bit of air after this very demanding moment.
You're always warning us to be careful and cautious about how we analyse things, Carlos, and rightly so, but surely your team is very close to reserving a playoff position now.
I think every time we are in the football pitch, we need to try to go for the 3 points, and we know that the more times we have the 3 points, in better position we are going to finish in the league. That's all. This is our target. For me, this is a very ambitious target, because we always are going to try to go for the games and don't change the mentality any time we go to the football pitch.
You never play to draw, do you?
No, I think never. If I go one game to play to draw, the day that I've had that feeling, I I cannot be coach, because you need to go to win the game. There are different moments to manage the games, and it's true that in some moments, in some games, you can be thinking that maybe you are in the last minutes of the game and you are thinking that you are far to get the 3 points, and you made decision or changes to keep one result that you are watching that you need to protect. But in any single time, as a coach, I have to go to the football pitch thinking to draw or to lose one game.
Even though it's been a busy Easter, finally, Carlos, we have another game on Friday night, Barnsley at home. Today you spared some resources, Danny Ward and Levi Colwill. Are they serious doubts for next week, the week afterwards? How serious were those injuries?
We don't know. It's true that the advice of the doctor was to stop. It doesn't look like a long-term injuries, any of both. But of course, I cannot tell you that they are going to be ready for Barley to create any type of frustration if they are not. We are in a very good hands, and the doctors are taking care of every player, and we don't want to lose any of our important players in this key moment of the season, of course.
And does the same apply to Sorba Thomas after what we saw today?
It's exactly the same situation, but it's true that Colwill had a scan and doesn't look like important injury. Danny Ward the same, and Sorba didn't have the scan yet, so I cannot give you the information that you need to know.
Understood. Enjoy the moment for the moment. Thank you, Carlos. Congratulations.
You're welcome.